Hello, guys, and welcome back to this channel. So, by the sound of my voice and the good trades that the 714 method has given us so far this week, you probably understand that I'm in a good mood, right? Pretty much simple. Because this week, the 714 method has been very, very good to us, right? Very, very good. So, if you are someone who is new to this channel, let me just make this simple and clear to you. The 714 method is a method or trading strategy that we have been using for a while now. It has been working every single day, right? It has been consistent throughout the past 3 months. We have been getting trades every single day. So if you are a beginner or if you are someone who is new to this channel, you can check out most of my videos on the what on this channel. You realize that I've used it in live trades, and you can also go and check out on the videos that I actually explain it very well, because some people just use the place that I mark, but due to time differences, right? We are not all in the same country. So due to time differences, my time might vary from yours. So if you go to the videos that I've explained it very well, you actually realize that, oh, this is the time I should be using to enter into my 714 method, right? Pretty much simple. So that's just it. Now let's finish marking this and dive into it, right? So obviously, it's just a very simple strategy. You just mark your levels and you do what you enter into your trade based on what you see or based on what the 714 method is telling you, right? Pretty much simple with just a little analysis. So when we look at Monday, let's just speed this up and see what happens. So let me just finish this right here. So on Monday, if you realize, or if you've been trading the 714 method for a while, or if you had traded it on Monday, you realize that we are in a what, an uptrend, right? So obviously we are in an uptrend, and the 714 states that if we are in an uptrend, we look for a what, a downtrend, right? If we are in a downtrend, we look for an uptrend. Pretty much simple. So obviously we are in an uptrend. Now, by the looks of this trend, how do you enter into your trades? Now, the rules of the 714 method is very, very simple, right? When you are in an uptrend, you look for your levels, which are three levels. One, you use either a support or what, resistance. This right here is a resistance. This right here is a support, right? You can use it. Two, you can use a what, an order block. That's two, right? You can use an order block, or you can just search for a what, a fair value gap within the place that you actually think 714 method is going to, right? Before it reverses. Pretty much simple. So obviously we were in a what, an uptrend, as you can see, an uptrend from this level all the way to this level right here. So we'll be looking for what, sells around this level right here. Now, if you look at this level, you realize that we have this last high right here. And I obviously think it was just trying to test what, this resistance right here. Simple as that. So where are you going to enter into your trade at this moment? You already know your levels. It's not anything you should be worrying yourself about, right? So you use your last high right here. As you can see, this last high. But because of this resistance, just know that price might actually push all the way back into this level right here and touch it, right? Because this is just the last high. Liquidity can just push price right into this just within a week. Price can just pull, only the wick of the candle can just pull all the way back into here, test it, or push all the way back down, right? So simple as that. So you just do what? You just mark your level. So this is the level that you should have used, but you know that price will equally maybe reach this level right here. Pretty much simple. So you do something like this. From this level right here, you can mark all the way up to this level right here. Because if you are entering into the trade here, your stop loss should be above this high right here or above this high right here, right? So you can do something like this, which is what I've always been doing. I'll use my what, my rectangle tool, then I'll pull this whole rectangle down, then I'll use the middle point of it to enter into the trade, right? Simple as that. So that's just what you should have done. Then you enter into your trade either at this level right here, as you can see. So this level should have been your entry. Now, let me just mark your stop loss before we push all the way through, right? So this right here should have been your stop loss, just around this level right here, because that's the high that you think price will probably push through. If price push all the way to this high and break through it, we are probably going in an uptrend. We are no longer in a downtrend, right? So you should have entered here. But if you did not know that price might actually do what, push to this level right here, then you just enter into this level right here, but with a what, a smaller lot size, so that in any case price push to this level and we are now starting to drop, probably closing below this level right here. So if you are now starting to drop, which is we break through this level right here, you enter into a bigger loss sizes, because you know that we are coming to this level and we are probably getting all the way down, maybe to a different level down here, right? Pretty much simple. So that's what you should have done. Now, your first TP should have been here, pretty much simple, and you double it, right? As we always do. When you get your first TP, just try your best and multiply it into two. So this is your first TP right here. So if you double it, you get something like this. This right here should have been your second TP. And that's it. You just wait for price to actually pull all the way back into this level and take your trade, right? Or if you are like me, you wait for price to push into it before you now enter into a trade. If there's no news, there's no need for you to put your trades there, because if there's news, price might just wick all the way out into this level right here and push all the way right down. But if there's no what news, price will just obviously push just like this normal candles into it. They'll probably get some momentum right here or some candlesticks right here before we push all the way down, right? So that's just what you should have done. Now let's see what happened. So as you can see, price could have come all the way into this level, pick your trade. If your trade was also on this resistance right here, price should have picked that trade as well. As you can see, our stop loss is still here. Price is not hitting it at the moment. So that's just it. Pretty much simple. And there we go. First TP hit. Now that's what I was telling you. If price begins to move, right? If price begins to move, you do what? You enter into more trades. I've told this several times and I'll continue to tell you again. When you are in a trade and the trade is going according to your plan, enter into more trades. Don't say that because you are in this trade at this level right here, you're not going to enter into more trades. If not, you end up breaking even though you are having you are having profitable days and you are having losing days, right? But overall, you are going to say that your account size is going to be what break even because you are not adding to more wins, right? Pretty much simple. So you could have entered into another trade here with a much more bigger loss size, because when you look at it, we broke structure right here. So when you look at it, just around this level right here, price came all the way here, change your character right there, we're in an uptrend, price change your character right there, simple, and came all the way down and broke this structure right here. Simple as that. You enter into more trades until you hit your first TP. You probably get out of the trades that you entered around here if you see any pullback from here, but there's no pullback from there. You still keep going, right? Simple as that. So that's just what you should have done. Now if you go to my channel, you see most of these trades, this happens almost every single week, right? Weeks that this doesn't happen is just probably that week we are having a lot of liquidity, there's news, and price will just manipulate a little, but we still get into a trade, right? Because we know the analysis. Simple as that. So that's just what you should have done. And you just watch out and see where price goes, right? Now obviously around this time, the only thing you need to do is just wait for your what, your second TP to get hit. And as you can see, your second TP will have gotten hit. Pretty much simple. Now if you're someone like me who start into more trades, so far as we are in what the sell, or so far as we are in the buy, if I was in a trade around this level, that's how I trade. If I'm in a trade around this level and we push through, change this character right here, and we are breaking through this level right here, so this is what I do. If we change the character right here, I give it just about some small pips, right? If we break through this level right here, I get into another trade about that same pips right here, but I'll get into a much smaller trade right around this level right here. But because of this pullback, I realize the price is pushing down way higher, right? I enter into a bigger loss size here. Smaller loss size, bigger loss size. If we come all the way down, break through this level again, smaller loss size. Another push all the way up, bigger loss size. Another push all the way down, smaller loss size. So that your trades will not, if price is even pushing all the way back, you still have what? You are still in profits, right? Simple as that. So that's just what you should have done on Monday. It was a very simple trade. Now let's go to Tuesday and see what actually happened, right? So if you look at Tuesday, on Tuesday we're in a downtrend, right? As you can see, we're in a downtrend. And as I was saying on a Monday analysis, what did I tell you? I told you that if we're in a downtrend, we are looking for what? An uptrend, right? After this 714 method is completed. So within this level, just this level right here, if we get any downtrend just within this 1 hour period, we are looking forward to being an uptrend. If we get a what, an uptrend, we are looking forward to being a downtrend, right? Pretty much simple. So as you can see, we're in a downtrend. If we're in a downtrend, we use our levels. Now, which levels do we use? We use our what? Our support levels, our support level right here again, and we can use our what? Our other blocks just around this level, right? So this other block right here, this support, and what? Another support right here. Simple as that. Now, I've told you guys I've been using a fair value gap what indicator, right? I've said it before. I've showed you guys the fair value gap indicator. It's very, very good. I don't understand why most people they don't use this type of indicators because it makes things very, very simple for you, right? Now on Tuesday, the reason why I'm saying this is because we're having a fair value gap just around this level right here. So if you look at it, now even if you did not have indicator, you probably know that was a fair value gap and that was a lot of buying pressure, right? Simple as that. You are having a what? An indicator. You see that it would have been very, very simple for you because it was very, very simple for me. I've been saying it a lot. Indicators are good, especially fair value gap indicators. They are very, very good. It relieves the stress of you finding fair value gaps by yourself again. Simple as that. So on Tuesday, it was just a simple thing. This right here was our what? Our level. Because when you look at these levels right here, you realize that they are too close, right? We just went all the way through this level right here. So obviously, this right here was our last low. Then price just pushed all the way up, breaking through this level. But when you look at this level, you see this kind of movement right here. It shows that price was just what trying to consolidate there for a while. There's a lot of market pressure right there, right? Buyers and sellers. Simple as that. So when you look at this, you either use this level right here or you use this level right here. But I've told you, if there's a fair value gap below it, you have to put your what? Your stop loss below the fair value gap because fair value gaps are places that where liquidity is, right? So if you had entered into your trade around this level, your stop loss should have been somewhere here. So this what would have happened if you had entered into a trade around that level. Your stop loss should have been below this level right here, or just below this fair value gap. So this would have been the ideal location, right? Simple as that, around this level right here. So your stop loss should have been here even if you had entered into a trade around this level, right? You see how simple it is. So your stop loss should have been here. But because there's a fair value gap, just try your best to enter inside the fair value gap because you know the price will pull all the way into it. So I always like using the middle part of the rectangular tool, right? Because that's the 50% level. So simple as that. Now your first TP could have been at this top just around this level right here. You could have taken your first TP. When you take your first TP, then you double it, right? So this is your first TP. When you double it, you get your what? Your second TP. So this should have been your second TP. Now, if you are someone who is also what advanced and you know how to what enter into trades more perfectly, or you know how to read trends very, very well, you obviously realize that we are in an uptrend. We are no longer in a downtrend. Simple as that. This high right here was what broken. This high right here was also broken, right? Price was just pulling liquidity. Even if price came all the way down to this level, we are just pulling liquidity, right? To break what? This high right here. So indirectly, you also could have used this high right here as your first TP, and you'll be targeting which high as your second TP. You'll be targeting this high right here, just around this level right here, as your what? Your second TP, right? Simple as that. So that's what you should have done if you're someone who actually just know how to do what? Read just a little bit of what trend, right? Simple as that. So that's what you should have just done. And you just wait for price to come and pick your trade, or you wait for the trend to actually push all the way back into this level right here. Get into your trade and you push all the way up, right? Simple as that. Now, this week, the trades were actually very, very simple. I did not see any serious trade this week. Frankly speaking, I don't see any serious trade this week. So this just it. You could have gotten into your trade and you push all the way up. Simple as that. There shouldn't be any serious movement, or there shouldn't be any serious deal about Tuesday, right? Now Tuesday we actually went all the way up. Our second TPs hit and we're still in profits, right? We're still in massive profits, as you can see. So we're still in massive profits. But I had a problem. If not because of this 714 method, I wouldn't have entered into the trade. But because the analysis was clear, that's why I got into the trade. Because I needed this level to get broken through, right? I needed this level right here to get broken through. I was willing to sell around here. I was already in this sell right here all the way down, right? But I was willing to enter a sell around here when we break through. So price came all the way down to this level and we couldn't break through. We had this rejection. I got into a trade around somewhere here, right? Or was it somewhere here? I can't actually tell. I got into a trade around somewhere here. It seems it was somewhere here, right here. So price just pushed all the way up. It was very simple. I got into a trade here. We came all the way down. This rejection was just marvelous because when we're in the 714 method, I've told you, even if I'm in a trade and we're in the 714 method and I realize that the 714 method one is favoring the trend and I'm in a sell and the trend is what in a buy and the 714 method is favoring the buy trend, what do? I'm going to get out of the trade and enter a buy. I'm not going to sell anymore. So I got out of the trade and I entered into a trade right here. Pretty much simple. This was very, very fantastic. Now, I've told you guys price will give you a lot of chances to enter into trades and more trades, right? So when we look at this, you could have gotten into another trade around this level right here. When it got broken through, you realize that what's happening. This is our high, this is our low right here. So when price push all the way down to this fair value gap right here, just look at it. You know that price is doing what? Price is pulling liquidity from this level to push all the way up. You enter your buy and will shoot all the way up, right? When this high right here is broken, this a fair value gap just below it right here. Price push into it, you enter into your buy and will push all the way up. Simple as that. Countless and countless of times, price will show you these things. Most of people, you just ignore it and you end up entering into a trade that is not good and you end up suffering, right? Because when you look at this, I know a lot of people would have entered into trades just around this level right here when price broke through this level right here. And they would have been what safe because buy pressure was there. It wouldn't have pulled all the way down. But imagine you got into a trade around this level right here and your account size wasn't huge. Just imagine all this pullback, all the way down to here. So whenever a high is taken, you what do? You mark the what the new high that got created and the last low that got respected, right? So this last low was respected. We will not break through it, and we broke through what this last high right here. So anywhere between the middle point below here, that's what price as is what a discounted level, which is what at its lowest price. So you enter. This is just price as its lowest. You enter into your buys. Simple as that, and you push all the way up. Now that was just it on what? That was just it on Tuesday. Simple as that. Now let's go to no, sorry about that. Wednesday we weren't in a trade. We were in a trade on Thursday because Wednesday was a holiday, right? So we weren't in a trade on Wednesday. So let's go to Thursday and see what actually happened because Thursday was marvelous, right? So let's look at Thursday and see what happened. Now, if you look at Thursday, you obviously realize that we are in a downtrend as well, right? Pretty much simple. Now, if we're in a downtrend, what do we look for? We look for our levels and we enter into the trade. Now, I've told you guys the only three levels that you need to search for is your what, your order block, your what, your fair value gap, which is another fair value gap around here, and your what, your support and resistance, which we have just a support around this level right here. So simple as that. Now, that was just the three things that you're supposed to find, right? Easy. It wasn't any big deal on Thursday, just that there was news and a lot of people would have been fighting about the news, right? So, this was my levels, right? This was my level right here. Now, I initially thought price would just hit this level right here and will push all the way up. Trust me, I did not take the close of these candles into consideration. If I had, I would have probably bring this all the way down to this level right here because these were just what wicks, right? But I did not. This was my level right here. This was where I thought price was just going to hit and will push all the way through. As you can see, we're already having rejections right here and we're having this big fair value gap right here. And I've told you guys when you're entering into trade and there's fair value gap either below it or you're entering into the trade based on the fair value gap, do not enter into a what? An automatic stop loss. What is an automatic stop loss? It's something like this. Probably you are in a trade. Let me just use this. Okay, let me use this right here. So you are in a trade around this level. This is a fair value gap. You're in a trade around this level, and you put your stop loss right here. It doesn't make sense because this whole fair value gap is full of what liquidity, right? Price can come into it, push even all the way through into this last lows right here, just around this levels right here, and reverse all the way back into it closing the trade just or the candle just like this means it has respected it over there, even though it has given you this long low right here, right? Simple as that. So whenever you are entering into a trade based on a fair value gap or near a fair value gap, don't put on automatic what stop loss. So this right here was my level. This was where I wanted to enter into the trade. But price came all the way down to this level and we had a push all the way up. We did not actually get to it at the moment, as you can see we just reach here, push all the way up. But I knew for sure that price would come back because we broke through this height right here. As you can see, this was the wrong two. So as you can see, let me just pull it. by this side right here. So another round through. So as you can see, we just broke through this highs right here. You can see this highs right here. Ah, so indirectly, price is just coming all the way back to do what retest. If you go to a bigger time frame, you see this very, very well, right? So price was just coming back to retest. Now I was just waiting for price to come all the way back to this level right here, and I'll enter inside a buy. But price did not do that. We actually pushed through it before we closed. As you can see, before the candle closed, we pushed through it. We were expecting this level right here, but coming all the way down to what this support right here. So indirectly, this wick it couldn't do anything right. We just came all the way down to this support right here. Sometimes you see it, sometimes I don't also see it right. That's just what price is. Sometimes so if I had put it here, I probably would have entered into a trade right here with my stop loss below what this volume right here, right? Pretty much simple. I waited, there was a couple of candles before I entered into my trade, but I ended up entering into the trade around somewhere right here, about this level right here. It seems just in between this level. Yeah, just in between this level right here that I got into the trade with my stop loss was below this fair value gap. Now I was already in a trade around here, so I couldn't actually put like a normal stop loss, right? Because I was already in what a buy trade just below this level right here, and I was in massive profit. So this right here was just adding to the trade. It wasn't any big deal, right? So I actually entered into a small lot size because I wasn't able to enter into a bigger lot size again. So this was it. Now this should have been your what your entry around this level right here, inside what this fair value gap right here. So if we take our rectangle tool and we do what we push all the way through, you see that fair value gap right there. So that should have been your what your entry one, or your entry should have been at this what this price close just above this level right here. But so your stop loss should have been below the fair value gap. So always put your stop loss what those this is to those who are doing what who are putting automatic stop losses. Always put your stop loss below the what the fair value gap, not inside the fair value gap. Simple as that. Now you could have taken your first TP around somewhere here, and you obviously do what you obviously multiply it or duplicate it. So if this is our what our first TP just around this level, now second TP will be like something like this. So I don't know how accurate this is, but sometimes it looks pretty much accurate, right? So this should have been our trade. Simple as that. And you just wait for price to pick your trade, or you just wait for price to push all the way up. That's just what you needed to do. That's just it. You don't have to stress yourself because we're in a downtrend. We are looking forward to being an uptrend, right? Simple as that. Now, as you can see, price did go all the way up. Simple as that. You just push all the way through. It was a very nice trade. Now, at this moment, you realize that your first TP has already gotten hit. As I've been saying in my previous video, try your best and bring your stop loss from here all the way back up to what break even, right? You can bring it to break even, or you make sure that your stop losses are in what massive profit, right? So any way you go about it, it's still good for you, right? And you just wait for your second TP to get hedged. Now, if you had been inside this trade, you realize that our second TP got hit. Price was just pushing all the way up. Now, I actually got out of the trade around somewhere here, right? Or was it somewhere here? Or around somewhere here. I can't actually tell, but I got out of the trade probably around somewhere here. I wasn't in the trade for a very long time. I was already in a lot of trades down here. So the profit was good for me and I got out of the trade, right? But as you can see, you still could have been in the trade because we pushed all the way up. The trade actually went for a very long time before we actually pushed all the way back down, right? So either way, you could have been in this trade and this could have been a very nice trade for you, right? It was still going all the way. Now it's a very simple trade, right? Pretty much simple. So let's go to what Friday and see what actually happened, right? So let's look at Friday. Now Friday was part of one of the easiest trades or one of the easiest trends that we've been getting with what the 714 method, right? Which are what two different trends. Now one is the what the V trend, which is very very simple. You use the highest level and the lowest level, right? That is the low right here and the high right here to enter into your trade. Or if you have something just like this, kind of like a consolidation, right? We do not take out this high, we do not take out this low right here. You're just consolidating. You use the what the high again to enter into your trade. So Friday was just like that. A very simple trade. We were in just something like a consolidation because we started around here, pushed all the way up to this level right here, came down to this level. Now price did not do anything apart from just being in this level right here and just pushing all the way up, just consolidating, right? Simple as that. So when this right here is broken through and you have something like this, which is what the break of structure right there, you enter into a trade. When this high right here is also breaking through and get something like this, break of structure, you enter into your trade. This was just the simplest trade of the week. Very, very simple. That one, you shouldn't have even wasted your time, right? And even if you hadn't understood where price was going, I've told you guys just analyze the trend just a little bit. If you had analyzed the trend a little bit, you realize that we just go through this level right here and price was just retracing all the way back, right? So when you go to a bigger time frame, you see that this right here was just a retracement. And we were just in a retracement on what on Friday. We weren't in any serious move. It was just a retracement, right? Simple as that. Look at this fair value gap right here. Price was also respecting it. Now you can equally say price was respecting this down here, fair value gap. That's just your case, right? But the simplest way to enter into this trade was just to do what? Mark this level right here and mark this level right here. When price gives you a break of structure right here, enter into a trade. Another what break of structure right here. So this one was just so break of structure you enter, break of structure you enter. Simple as that. So that was just what we were hoping for. So what you just needed to do was just to do what mark this level one and you mark this topmost part of the level again two. Simple as that. And just whatever you are doing, just hang around and wait for price to give you one. A better setup, right? Meaning price to break through this level or this level and enter into a trade. Now, if you look at it, obviously price did break through the downward path, right? Simple as that. But you can equally use a trend, those who actually master what small trends, right? What do I say small trends? Like within just a level like this, just a small level like this. So someone can equally find a what a trend within this level to enter into a trade trend line, simple as that. So that person still could have used this level right here. When it got broken through, you can see the selling pressure, right? When price is pulling all the way back to this level right here. Then you enter into your trade. Now, obviously, we would not do that, right? We just mark our level right here. We go through. We are retesting or we are entering into this fair value gap. When this low right here is broken through, we are entering into our sell and we are good to go, right? So you mark your level. So when that level right there is just broken through, you enter into your sell, right? So obviously, if you look at it, it wasn't a big deal. Price just broke through. It's very, very nice. Very, very simple. Now, I could have gotten into this trade around this level right here, but initially, when you see price what respect these levels right here and we are pushing all the way down, you should get into the trade probably around somewhere here or when this is just broken through. You can see this level right here. When it's broken through, don't use the wick, right? So when this level right here is broken through, you enter into a trade. Simple as that. Or you can use this as well. But normally when this is pushing all the way down like this, I very sure or I suggest you use what the price close, right? You use the candle closes because that one is more what good than what the wicks, right? So simple as that. That's just what you should have done. You shouldn't have wasted your time. And this right here should have been your setup. You should have entered at the candle close, as you can see around this level right here. So this right here should have been your setup. Now your stop loss should have been about this level right here. Your entry should have been somewhere here. Then you target your lows, right? Now, which low should you have targeted first? As you can see, we have this low right here. This right here should have been your what? Your first. After that, you can double it or duplicate it or multiply it the way you want and get your what? Your second and third CP, right? And CPs are very important. Always make it short and always try your best and get enough profit from your what your first CP so that even when you break even, you're not so bad, right? Simple as that. So that's just what you needed to do and just wait for price to push all the way down. It was a very simple trade. Now if you look at it, you realize that your first two have hit, second CP hit. Now price did actually go down for a little while before we started pushing all the way up, right? As you can see, we went all the way down before it started pushing just a little bit up, right? Simple as that. Now that was Friday, a very simple trade. Now if you are looking at this or if you are watching this channel right now, you know that it has been helping you. Just try your best and do it. Subscribe, either subscribe to the channel, like and share it to a different person that you know is doing what is struggling with trading, right? Simple as that. Now, any broker that you want to use, you can equally use. But I'll just tell you that these are the brokers that I'm using. As in my description, you can use them. They are very good brokers, and I've told you when your account size is low, just go to my description. You see something like for smaller account sizes. That is the broker that I know who actually uses what the cent account, right? Convert that account that you're having into a cent account and trade it like cent. When you get used to trading that real money, then you do what you start trading bigger account sizes, right? Or you start using bigger lot sizes, right? Simple as that. So that's just by the way. Now let's see what next week brings us, right? Or let's see what happens next week. I'm pretty sure next week we'll have some serious buys as well because when you look at the trend for now, so when you look at something like this, you see that you are probably in an uptrend, right? We are in an uptrend. You just go through the high, right? You're changing character and we're coming all the way back to what you expected. Now, if in any case price push through this level within this week and we push all the way down, we know that we are entering a downtrend. I'll be looking for this level right here, right? But for the meantime, we're in an uptrend. I'm pretty sure price will push all the way up. Maybe to this level right here, you can see the price jump just between this level right here. There's a very big gap right there, right? So price like push all the way up, probably hit this level, we trace back either to this level right here and we push all the way through, right? Because when you go to, let's go to this thing now. Let me just close this, right? So when you go to a monthly time frame, right? So when you go to a monthly time frame, you obviously realize that price was just inflation back into a fair value gap, right? So there's a very high chance that we break through this high, right? So this was a fair value gap that was facing through. So there's a very big high chance that price will break through this level. Probably by next month, right? Or by the end of this month, we'll probably break through that high. Or maybe we just have some consolidation right there. So actually do that. But that's just by the way. Let's look forward to nice trades next week because when you look at the trend, you realize that the trend is actually what favoring us, right? Or the trend is actually in a favorable position right now. So indirectly, we'll probably get some nice trades by the way. So that's just it. I'll see you guys in the next video.